A bucket full of broken rock rises like a loaded fist, hydraulic lines tense, and the entire machine pivots with calm authority. One clean swing, a controlled dump, and a Mercedes truck bed takes the hit like it was designed for this exact moment. Then another truck rolls in, man this time, and the rhythm repeats. This is mining production in its purest form. Power, timing, and discipline, turning raw ground into measurable tonnage. In this video, Caterpillar 365B and 6015B excavators loading Mercedes and MAN trucks, mining works. You're going to see two very different excavators doing the same mission: fast, consistent truck loading. Watch for the contrast. The Caterpillar 365B, a classic hydraulic excavator built for versatility, and the Caterpillar 6015B, a much larger mining class machine engineered to move serious material with fewer passes. You'll see the loading approach, truck positioning, bucket control, and the small operator choices that keep production high and downtime low. Let's start with what good loading actually means on a mine site. The goal isn't just to fill a truck, it's to fill it evenly, quickly, and safely, with minimal spillage and minimal truck wait time. Every second a truck sits still is money parked in the dust, and every sloppy dump creates cleanup work that steals cycles from the real job. Watch closely as the trucks approach. A clean setup starts before the first bucket ever swings. The driver lines the bed into the excavator's working zone. The spot is predictable, and the excavator operator keeps the swing arc short and repeatable. Now look at the 365B's style in the cut. In this class, machines rely on a strong diesel engine and a responsive hydraulic system to deliver digging force and smooth control. The important part isn't the headline horsepower, it's how quickly the hydraulics can do work under load without feeling soft. When the bucket bites in, notice the sequence. Boom down to set the teeth, stick pulled to load the bucket, then bucket curl to pack and secure the material. That curl phase matters. A skilled operator doesn't just drag material, they roll it in, reduce spill, and leave the face cleaner for the next pass. Look at this angle when the bucket breaks out. The operator rolls back slightly, lifts while beginning the swing, and overlaps movements to save time. That overlap is where production is won. When the bucket comes over the truck, the operator isn't throwing material, they're placing it. Watch closely. The dump is controlled, often starting low in the bed to cut dust and reduce impact on the sideboards. On a good crew, the first bucket lands toward the front of the bed, the next one balances the center, and the final bucket cleans up the rear. That pattern helps with axle loading and stability on haul roads. It also reduces the chance of a high pile that spills on turns or bumps. Now the 6015B changes the whole conversation. This is mining class muscle, purpose-built for high production loading where fewer buckets per truck can make the difference between an average shift and a record day. Larger mining excavators like this typically run stronger hydraulics, heavier structures, and buckets sized for big, clean passes. The workflow becomes about dominating the cycle. One bite, one swing, one dump, repeat. When you see a larger bucket land a load that looks like it belongs in a small dump truck by itself, that's the advantage. Fewer passes to fill, less time with the truck parked, and more tons moved per hour. Look closely at the 6015B's swing control. Even with massive loads, the swing should slow smoothly as it approaches the dump point. That smooth deceleration isn't just comfort, it reduces stress on the swing system and helps keep the bucket stable over the bed. And notice how the operator manages boom height. Too high wastes time, too low risks contact with the truck. The sweet spot is a controlled path that clears the rails but stays efficient. From this camera angle, you can actually see the operator paint the load into the bed, placing it where it needs to go rather than piling it in one spot. Here's a real production truth from mining. Efficiency isn't only about how fast the excavator cycles, it's about eliminating interruptions. Clean digging reduces rehandling. Smart dumping reduces spillage. Predictable truck spotting reduces hesitation. If an operator trims even a few seconds off a consistent cycle, the gains compound across a shift. Stack that with fewer passes per truck on a larger excavator, and you're looking at a serious boost in hourly output. Also pay attention to the face management. A good operator doesn't just dig a hole, they shape the working area. They avoid undercutting, they keep a stable bench, and they maintain a clean approach so the trucks can safely enter, get loaded, and exit without crossing into risky zones. Watch closely when the bucket returns to the cut. The entry is controlled, the machine stays planted, and there's no wild rocking. That's stability, and stability means longer component life and safer operation. If you're enjoying these real mining loading cycles, help out the channel. Tap like so more heavy equipment fans can find it, and subscribe for more Caterpillar excavators, truck loading workflows, and full production sequences. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Which do you prefer watching? Classic hydraulic excavators like the 365B, or mining class giants like the 6015B? And if you run this kind of work, how many passes do you aim for per truck on your site? As the trucks rotate through, Mercedes in, man out, the operation stays locked in. Short swing, clean fill, balanced dump, quick exit. That's what mining works really looks like when it's running right. Discipline, consistency, and heavy iron doing heavy jobs the smart way. Thanks for watching and stick around. Next video, we're getting even closer to the action with tighter bucket shots, cleaner angles on the truck bed fill, and a deeper look at how operators control cycle time under real site conditions. Subscribe now, and I'll see you in the next one.